It's Marie. Hi. I promised today to talk about being a control freak and what it's costing you. And when I'm talking to women who are signing up for my 8-week program that takes you from crazy busy, out of balance, out of whack, stressed out, to in balance, centered, living the life that you really want and always dreamed of, I am finding a whole bunch of women who are perfectionists, pleasers, over caretakers, and control freaks. I know this because I am a recovering perfectionist, control freak, over caretaker, and pleaser. And I was in high efficiency mode 3 years ago, and that has a lot to do with why I was unhappy, exhausted, stressed, not living the life I really wanted, and completely out of whack and crazy busy. So the thing about control freaks is we believe, and I'm going to say we because I used to be one, that in order to get anything done or get it done right or have it happen at all, we need to do it, or at the very least lead it, and make sure it happens and check up on people if we're actually letting go of doing it ourselves or can't figure out a way to do it ourselves. And the underlying belief there is that we can't count on anybody. Just take that in. The underlying belief of every control freak is that we can't count on anybody. Now, if you just separate that thought, I can't count on anybody, how lonely of a life would it be if you couldn't count on anybody? Yet we're so high functioning in our control freak mechanism. We want to be able to control it. We feel better when it's under our control. But at the same time, it's isolating us. It's stressing us out because we're putting all this responsibility on our plate that is not our responsibility. It is somebody else's. We are taking responsibility over a lot of things, and oftentimes this control freak mentality is a high functioning perfectionist who's trying to make everybody happy and really controlling the environment of everything that goes around. And crazy busy working women are doing that at their job and at home and Jesus, on the road and in the grocery store and everywhere, because it's the only way we know how to live. And again, I just want to say the underlying belief there is that you cannot depend on anybody. Yet, I will ask you to debunk that. There's no way you can live your life 24/7 without depending on somebody, something. I mean, you depend on technology to work. You depend on your car to work. You depend on your family doing something. You depend on your friends doing something to support you. Because if you really couldn't depend on anybody for anything, you would be alone, completely and totally alone. And I know you're not, because I've read when you're in your welcome texts, I've read the things that make you happy in your life, and it involves people. So what we need to do when we are in these belief systems of like perfectionism, pleaser, control freak, is we need to debunk it. And one of the ways to debunk it is to talk about whether that's true, whether you always do have to be in control, and find other evidence in your life where things have worked out where you weren't in control. The other way is, what is this costing you to continue to be a control freak? And I can tell you in my own life, it was costing me stress, exhaustion, but it was also robbing other people in my life to help me, because they thought I was fine, that I didn't need any help. And I was always like in my lowest of lows. I was like, why isn't anybody worried about me? Why isn't anybody helping me? And it's because I was so high functioning and helping everybody else and myself that nobody thought I needed it. And I just ask you, in your life, when you've been able to really help somebody, whether it's just listening or reaching out when somebody's going through something and being there for them, or even doing a favor for somebody, whether it's helping a friend out with something, picking up kids when somebody is late for work or stuck in the traffic, helping your neighbor, taking care of your friend's dog, whatever it is, doesn't it make you feel good? Doesn't it make you feel like a good friend, a good person? Well, when we're control freaks, we're robbing the other people in our life from helping us. And we're robbing them of that wonderful feeling of helping somebody and being supported. And so, what we're really doing is distancing our connection from the people we love the most, or stopping us from having real connection in our life. And so it sounds, some people say I'm a control freak in a really proud way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going to drive. I'm a control freak. They find little ways, but it is very damaging to connections and fulfillment in your life. And it also is damaging to and a big contributor to your crazy busy. There's a reason that you signed up for this group, and the words crazy busy resonated with you. And that is largely because you're overtaking control in your life. I mean, the most powerful thing that happened to me after all my journey of transformation from crazy busy to now is really watching a situation and recognizing it's not my problem to solve. And it is so unbelievably liberating to feel that way. I honestly, and please type in after you watch this video if this has ever happened to you. I would go to like a speech or something or a luncheon, and they didn't have enough seats for people, and I'm sitting, I'm fine, I've paid my ticket. This event has nothing to do with me. I am a participant. And they don't have enough seats. And this person is trying to find out where they sit, and I am like, the old me was like almost itching. Like I was so stressed about, like, somebody needs to find her a seat. Why isn't somebody finding her? Should I get up and tell somebody she needs a seat? Oh my God, like I really don't understand. Like, does anybody see that she needs a seat? And I would work myself up, and I thought that was normal. And now I got to tell you, I went to an event the other day. It was the worst run thing in the world. They didn't have enough food. They didn't have enough drinks. They didn't have enough seats. I mean, the speaker was amazing, but whatever. It was poorly run. And the old me would have just really not been able to focus on the speaker at all because of all of that. And I was like, they don't have enough food. They don't have enough seats. I really hope they figure that out. Honestly, it didn't bother me at all. I was like, I was aware of it because that's who I am, but it didn't bother me at all. So, and that release of that energy and that pent up control freak mechanism that your mind is always working like on this hamster brain of how can I control everything? How can I make everything all right? Like it's as if it's your responsibility to control everything. It's not. And the thing is, it's also not within your power. You can't make other people happy. You can contribute to their happiness, but you can't make them happy. You also can't um, overly impact somebody's outcome in their life. You can contribute, but you can't be in control of it. So I just really want you in the next week to look at your life and see where this over control freak mechanism is keeping you from people, keeping you from people in your life loving you and caring for you, because it's highly damaging. And where you find these stressful moments, like I talked about at that speaking engagement, where you just need to distance yourself on what is your responsibility and what is not, because control freak is taking too much responsibility. And we need to stay in our lane of what we're responsible for, because I guarantee if you come up with the things that you're legitimately responsible for, that's enough. That's enough. So to own more stuff that's not in your lane is creating the crazy busy. So I went over. It's 8 minutes. Sorry. But I had a lot to say. So I hope you found this enjoyable. I hope it resonates with you. Stop the crazy busy. Stop being responsible for things you're not responsible for. Stay in your lane and take a breath. Okay? Have a good day.